Holidays with Bianca, from the kitchen to the dinner table, again with Auntie Wendy's Catering. Thank you again for having us in your beautiful home. It looks great for the holidays. All the food. There's so much food. We can't even show you all the food that we have here today, but we're so grateful for you for inviting us into your home for this awesome holiday meal. So let's just have a little conversation just about, in general, holidays and what they were like for you. And maybe some of us on the table can share as well, since we're all from different countries around the world.
Yes.
And tell us where you're from.
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Awesome.
Yes. Our idea of the holidays, Christmas, festivity, it's traditional. You know, it's all about family, food, and fun. Family first, food, fun, because it all comes together. And it's all, I think food is the glue that brings the family together and it keeps us together. Because, you know, one person bring one dish, one person make another dish. You make the black cake, I'll make the punch of cream. You make the pie, I'll make the callaloo. So that's what it's all about. And it's about sharing and caring and loving. Those are the gifts that we give each other.
Right.
Things of the fruits of our labor. We don't really necessarily have to go to the store to buy a gift.
Right.
You give from what you have already.
And I say for myself, growing up as a first generation American, my parents and family is also from Trinidad and Tobago.
Awesome.
Is that we were taught that love is like the greatest gift you can give someone.
Amen.
So, you know, like it's not about the presents. We got presents, but we were taught that. Even though my parents were here and we were here, we were taught to focus on family and love. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yes.
Someone else, sir, and what's your name and where are you from?
Well, my name is Joe. I'm from Haiti.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Yeah, it's, like my wife just described, but Christmas culture is almost similar, the same thing. We do everything. It's only one thing I see she didn't mention is because at midnight on Christmas, my grandmother used to go to church. You have to go to church, you come back home, and much like the same thing, cook food, invite people over, and
you go from house.
and when there's another thing we used to do during Christmas, like we build houses, little houses with boxes, and put a little candle inside of it, and then we walk around meeting people in the neighborhood with it. and stuff.
Nice.
See, Christmas around the world. That's awesome. Like, it's so good to like learn about other cultures that you don't know. Like, I never knew that about Haiti. So thank you for sharing with us, Joe.
You're quite welcome.
And right next to you is, and your name?
Natasha.
And where are you from?
Saint Lucia.
Awesome. And what's your Christmas traditions? Are they similar? Are they different?
It is. At midnight, I remembered we had to go to the midnight service where you could absolutely find no seat because apparently that was the one time of the year everyone went to church. So we went to church at midnight, came home. We did the gifts and everything else, but then I remembered, but for me, the most enjoyable part was when my friends came over and we went from house to house to house.
Yes.
That was the best part. My grandmother is known for her fish cakes back in the, I don't want to call it a village, but in the area that I'm from. And so what we would do is that she would exchange her fish cakes, so she would send her fish cakes over to the neighbor, and the neighbor would send, usually it's like, we call it cornmeal. They would
What do you call it?
What do you call it cornmeal? I think Bajans call it conky, and I don't know how Trinidadians call it. But it's like the cornmeal with...
the okra.
No. It's just cornmeal with coconut and pumpkin, and you could put raisins in it. And it's like pemi.
Pemi.
That's what we call it.
Pemi different.
Yeah. So they would send over the pemis and, just that was it. That's the
Yeah.
one part I missed the most.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas back home.
And what would you like to say? Where are you from?
Trinidad.
And what
Okay.
was holidays for you?
My
back?
holidays when Christmas Eve, go all over from neighbor house to house. Never come home till the next morning. Drunk.
We call it paranging.
Paranging. We used to parang. And I was one run away from all the work. And now they were my friends. When I come back, everything's together. You know, the
Oh,
family
you shirked your
together.
duties. They had to do it without you. It's okay. There's always
Mhm.
one in the family.
Family.
It's okay.
And I was the one.
It's great. So this holiday season, you know, is very different for a lot of us, right?
Yes.
You know, it's COVID.
Yes.
But one thing I have to say is, anyone comment if they want. I'm not gonna go around the table, but what has COVID taught you? What about this whole experience, good or bad? What has that done for you, and how do you think the holidays will be because of it? For myself, you know, I did lose a family member, someone very dear to me, not from COVID, but during the COVID season. And I have to say, the holiday time is going to be amazing, mostly because I have an awesome group of family and friends who have gathered together to make sure that the loss isn't felt as much. So for me, I think this holiday season will be about love and caring and kindness in spite of, you know, all that's going on. I don't know if anyone
I
else.
agree.
Yeah.
Yes. It has definitely opened our eyes to more or less put life in perspective,
Yep.
prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the worst pandemic anyone could face, and every day you turn on the news, another 2,000 people die, and there's so many voids out there. But what it has done for me is put things in perspective. Family, togetherness, appreciating the moment that we're living in. As bad as it is, we wake up today, we're happy to be alive, appreciate what we have, not with what we could have had, and you know, and not even looking, when you look down the road, you look at the next block. I'm looking like 10 blocks ahead.
Yeah. Morning.
And yet you have to live in the moment.
Yes.
Because today we're good, tomorrow things can change.
Yeah.
And it just put things in perspective, to just love and appreciate what we have.
Yeah.
And that's each other.
Yep. Awesome. Anybody else?
Things change every minute, every second. Not even for tomorrow. Because we could be here good, when we leave out here, you never know. So change to me, things change in every second to me. Not even the next day. You understand?
It makes a
Because
lot of people think different.
different,
also.
yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People
Well, a lot of
used to live
things,
life
you
from
know.
a lot of, right now they be taking different. Some people are saying, well, what am I gonna do? Should I get ready? Should I do something?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people like sometimes they don't have a will. Now they decide to say, well, there's something I think I might have to start my will. Because
Right,
right now they have to, this is how they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a lot of people also like me. I'm speaking to someone. I start from 2019. I could jump to 2021. You know, I forget 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to deal with the 2020.
I'm
Yeah.
serious.
But you said
Yeah.
something that's really resonates. A lot of people right now talk about their will
Yeah.
and their
So
planning.
Be ready.
Like everybody was so about having all this fun and not really caring about things that may have been serious. That was serious to some and not serious to others. But now everyone is looking to, mortality is real. Sad to talk about sometimes, but it is sometimes necessary. But in this holiday time, we want to remember joy,
Yes.
peace,
Yes.
Love,
happiness,
plenty
love,
laughter.
laughter.
Yeah.
You know, like we were in the kitchen
And
earlier,
also,
joking and laughing,
Yes,
and
yes.
you know, you want to kind of remember those things.
Small
for-
moments.
Yeah, the little things, you know, and and touching on what you said, me too. I'm day to day.
Yes.
Do not ask me about tomorrow, because tomorrow I could change my mind.
That's right.
And you know, I speaking personally, I've always been the type of person where I'm like so tight and so structured, and if this is going wrong, I'm thrown off.
You know.
Now I'm like, oh, It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
It's okay.
Yesterday I mentioned to my niece I was doing something. I said, okay, I did what I had to do today. I'm I always quote Cohen Dubar, you know, don't study today, tomorrow. Let tomorrow, I said, let tomorrow deal
Take
with
care
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I want to do this today, let me do it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because
you're
we
promised
don't-
today, not
yeah.
tomorrow. So
Yeah.
that's
And
the difference.
before we always, I'm a planner. They call
Right.
me preppy. I'm always prepping and planning. But there are times when we just have to enjoy the moment. But I have to basically train myself to do that because
Yeah,
I'm
all of us.
always,
Mhm.
and because of my profession, if you don't prep, you don't get the stuff done. So
So I mean, I think it's okay to keep that in mind with profession because you know you want to be professional all the time, which you have always been. Every time we have to say thank you, Auntie Wendy. But also outside of that, just live in the moment.
Yes.
One thing we talked about earlier too was self-care.
Yes.
And I know a lot of us don't take the time out to do our nails, you know, me too,
I'm guilty.
and get our feet done and maybe a massage, sometime a facial. I mean, one of my favorite things is shopping. So I know it's terrible, but I've been doing a lot of shopping because it makes me happy. And I bought, and it's not just about for me. I've basically finished all my Christmas shopping. Thanksgiving just ended, but it makes me happy. So it's just doing the things that make you happy, whatever that may be. For you, it may be cooking. Is that?
Yes,
So
definitely.
you cook. I don't know what makes you happy. Name something that makes you happy.
Cooking too.
Cooking too.
Yes.
A little bit of massaging, self-love, definitely shopping, shoes. Ooh.
What makes you happy?
Oh, Auntie Wendy.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. That was so nice. And that's the thing about the holidays, right? I mean, whether we want to talk about it or not, you want to spend it with the people you love. And I have to say again, my team, my friends and my family are awesome in making sure that everyone feels loved. And here at WeAdka, we want to make sure you feel loved. So check in with us for the rest of holidays with WeAdka. See you soon.